What it do, fly crew? It's your boy Malik Million. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Malik Million. I run a client acquisition firm for online fitness coaches and personal trainers. Essentially, what we do is we'll actually build and run your entire client acquisition system for you. And all you have to do is sit back and run credit cards. So, in this video, I'm actually going to break down the key points that you need to get your coaching or training business to 10K per month. By the way, if you haven't realized, I hate trying to memorize what I want to say, so I'd rather just write it down and read it for you. I also hate talking, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk for hours on end, so I'm going to try to make this as simple and as concise as possible. That being said, let's jump right into things. Alright, so I'm sure you've heard of the 80-20 rule, right? Where essentially it says 80% of the work you do produces 20% of the results, and 20% of the work you do produces 80% of the results, right? And really the whole point behind this rule is that you should only focus on the things that will actually move the needle towards your target, right? Meaning only 20% of the things actually matter. The rest are either time wasters or the return on the input you put in is simply not there, right? So in this breakdown, my main goal is to relate to you what are those exact 20% of actions that you need to take to move the needle day in and day out, right? What is the exact 20% that you need to do to get that 80% results? And I also make sure to try to hit some of the big time wasters, right? What are those main key things that a lot of trainers focus on that doesn't get them the results, right? What is that 80% that only gets you the 20%? So I'll make sure to cover that so you don't waste your time on some BS. Anyways, let's dive right into things. First thing first is your niche. I'm sure everyone told you, I'm sure you heard of it a million times, you need to pick a niche, identify a niche. And it's absolutely true. A niche is super important, right? And identifying a niche is something so many trainers and coaches overlook. There's this common saying. It goes like, riches are niches. And the reasoning behind that saying is because it's easier to be a big fish in a small pond than to try to be king of the fucking ocean, right? Does that make sense? It's easier to be a big fish in a small pond than to try to be king of the fucking ocean. Essentially meaning that when you are selecting a niche, it allows you to become hyper specialized in a single sector for a single audience instead of this spray and pray bullshit, right? So look at it like this. Imagine you're a sniper, right? You have to identify one target, right? You got one shot. Every time you take that shot, you never miss. Never. Right? Flawless. American Sniper, like the movie, you know what I'm saying? Compared to having a machine gun, right? Where it's just, uncalculated shots, you just pray and spread, right? And hope you hit a worthy target. And look, now I feel like you can make that argument, right? Where it's like, well, why wouldn't I just want to take a ton of shots and just eat whatever I kill? And here's the thing. Why would you want to take 100 shots to get one kill when that one kill could be the wrong kill or could be the right kill, right? Why would you want to put so much effort for such a small return, when you can think about it like you're playing basketball, right? Why would you, if you're playing basketball and you make one shot out of 10 from the 3-point line, but you make every single shot from the free throw line, right? Why would you ever shoot threes, right? Just keep shooting free throws, because if you took 10 shots from the free throw, you'll make all 10, compared to taking 10 shots from the 3-point line and you only make one, right? Which one is the better option? Shoot from the free throw, right? Same thing here. That's why you pick a niche, so you hit every single shot, right? I hope that really explains to you what I'm trying to say about why it's so important to pick a niche. That being said, everyone always tells you need to pick a niche, right? But no one ever tells you how to go about it, right? How do you decide which niche to go after? How do you know which niche is worth it, right? Do you go for a blue ocean or a red ocean, right? what are the key characteristics you think about when you pick a niche? And the easiest way for me, I personally think, to identify as niche is identify what your ideal client avatar is, right? Who is the perfect client for you in a dream world? And get super specific about super specific about it, right? Are they men? Are they a woman, right? What is their age, right? Is it young men in the corporate world with little time to work out, right? Are they retired frat dudes, that want to get a shape drinking beer, as a mom's postpartum, trying to get back into that youthful, sexy shape, right? Identify who the perfect person is for you to work with. And if you don't know who that person is, that's okay. I want you to try this little exercise right here, right? Take a step back, look at your own personal journey, right? Who are you? What is it? What has your life been like, right? What are the challenges and obstacles that you face during your fitness journey, right? If you're a personal trainer or an online coach, I'm sure you're already jacked and you're already healthy before you want to start your business, right? So think about it, right? Really reflect on your journey. Were you working 2 jobs, so you had to be creative on how you got your meals in? Or maybe you're a parent and you have kids, so you have to figure out how to get workout in between the children's schedule, picking them up, taking them to soccer, yada, 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 right? Or maybe you were just so busy that you never had time to go to the gym, so you're doing like 15-minute workouts 3 times a day, right? When you wake up, right before you sleep, after lunch, something like that, right? Or maybe you're young and you just hit the gym hard, but you never had the funds for groceries, right? So you had like little funds for groceries. So you have to get super creative on how you hit your macros, right? Whatever it is, look at your own journey and the processes and the obstacles you faced and how you solved them, because then there will always be someone else going through that same journey that you can help, right? And that will help you identify your ideal client avatar. And then your ideal client avatar will help you identify your niche, which is just the general population of who that specific type of client is, right? Now, here are some common mistakes to avoid when you pick your niche. First one is, don't get too narrow picking a niche that's only a couple thousands of people, right? You don't want to be too specific to the point, you can spam 1,000 people and then boom, you're out of potential clients, right? But you also don't want to get so vague and broad that you just get lost in the noise and you look like every other trainer out there, right? The whole goal is you want to stand out to a specific audience that isn't too small that you burn through all your leads immediately, but it's not too big where you just get lost in the noise on the internet. Once you've identified your niche, you can get into the most important, the most critical, the heart of your business, which is your offer. Okay? Your offer is the most important aspect of your entire business. So if you're gonna slack off on anything, slack off on everything else, but do not slack off on your offer, because your offer determines how much you get paid, how hard it's going to be to sell someone, right? How much volume you need to generate attention. There's this saying, I think, that explains offers super well. A good offer you have to sell, but a great offer sells itself. Let me say that one more time, just in case you ain't paying attention, you missed it, right? Turn off TikTok, put your phone away, pay attention, right? And listen. A good offer you have to sell, but a great offer sells itself. And if you really want to master offers and get super good with offers, I highly recommend you listen to Alex Hormozi. I mean, the dude is a genius. If you don't know who Hormozi is, he was responsible for Gym Launch. Now he's doing acquisition.com. I think they do like 100M in revenue a year. And dude, he's killer when it comes to offers and anything business, honestly. If you haven't read his book, I have it right here for you, $100 million offers. If you haven't read this book, please stop watching this video, okay? Go get his book. It's like 99 cents on Kindle. All right, read it, use his kind lines to create your offer, and then come back and finish this video. I am telling you, I'm the type of person who knows when, how do I say this? Alex Hormozi will teach you offers better than I ever could. So I'm humble enough to say, hey, listen to him instead of me when it comes to this, right? He the dude is killer, right? So go read the book, go listen to him, all right, and then come back and finish this video. But in his book, he essentially breaks down how to create an irresistible offer that's so good people actually feel stupid saying no. That's exactly what you want. Now, the two main components of building a great offer is positioning and perceived value. All right, and you're like, Malik, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm about to show you. Okay, relax. I'm about to show you. Okay, just keep paying attention. When it comes to positioning, I want you to realize that all personal trainers and coaches are all essentially selling the same thing, right? Everyone is selling workout programs and meal plans. And yes, I understand that the intricacies and the inner workings of your program could be different, right? You might have these little nice tools that make you stand out from others, this and that, right? But at the end of the day, we all bench, right? We all squat, we all count calories, right? We're all tracking our macros, right? So the way you make your offer stand out is not by changing your service, but actually changing the positioning of your offer. Chill, I'll explain. All right, don't get ahead of yourself. All right, so let me give you an example. Say you have an offer. It goes like this: I'll build your workout program and your meal plan to get you shredded in 6 weeks. Boring. Market is numb to it. They've heard it a million times. You get lost in the noise, right? What if you said something like this: transforming thousands into movie star shape? Boom, mic drop. Right? It's killer, right? And here's the best part: the journey to achieve the results on both your offers, right? To get shredded in 6 weeks or movie star shape, the journey is the same. But because I positioned one different than the other, transforming thousands to movie star shape sounds way much more appealing, right? Let me give you another example so you really get what I'm trying to say. This is an offer I tend to see a lot from women. I help women transform their bodies through fitness. What if you said, transforming you from other women to Wonder Woman? You see the sauce, G? You see the sauce, G? This has that punch, right? It's a much more enticing offer that the person on the other side will want to jump in front of, right? And two different trainers selling two different offers, who's gonna get the sale, bro? They're both selling the same thing, but because one positioned it differently, said it differently, they're more likely to land the client, right? So that's why the positioning of your offer is super, super important, right? And the idea behind positioning your offer is to find a way to showcase someone's deep desires, right? And the results that they want. Instead of talking about the things that you will do to get them the results, like workout programs and meal plans, you want to talk about the desired results that they want to achieve. Because when you talk about things like workout programs, meal plans, all these different tools, the market has seen it before, right? These consumers are smart, bro. Like, people aren't stupid, right? They've seen these things, they understand these things. And what happens when something gets regurgitated so much, right? How many times have you seen six-pack shred or booty blaster or something like that? We've seen it so much that the market has become numb to these offers. It's just another offer out there, right? It's numb. It doesn't stand out. The market has matured, right? So when the market becomes numb, you want to change things up, spice things around, right? And that's when you can say stuff like, oh, I'll make you look like a superstar, or other woman to Wonder Woman. By the way, the transforming thousands into movie star shape, that is Greg O'Gallagher's actual offer. If you don't know who Greg O'Gallagher is, Kino Body, like 1.5 million on Instagram, right? He doesn't know anything about workouts or nutrition that you don't, right? We all do the same shit when it comes to workout and nutrition, right? He doesn't have more knowledge than you, but he generates more sales than everybody else because his offer is so much better. And yes, he does have 1.5 million Instagram followers, yada yada. He's been in the game the longest. But don't get caught up on the other stuff. Realize the key components of his business, right? His offer is more enticing than yours. It's more appealing. All right? So you can have these offers, right? From Office Joe to white collar stud, right? From your wife barely noticing you to, your wife ripping your shirt off, right? From 6-pack beers to 6-pack abs, right? Find a way to position your offer to make it more appealing. And then the second step, I said, is perceived value, right? Perceived value essentially just dictates how much you get to charge for your offer, right? When you're talking about tools like workout programs and meal plans, the perceived value is very, very, very low, right? I could go get a workout program on YouTube for free, right? I can find a PDF of a meal plan on the internet, real simple, right? So when you're selling tools, the perceived value is very low. When the perceived value is very low, you can only charge so much, right? But when you start talking about people's desires and transformations, and you start focusing on external and internal byproducts of someone being healthy that most people overlook, you can charge more. Now, what do I mean by external and internal byproducts? See, this is stuff like when you get in shape, it will boost your confidence, right? When you're physically dominant look, it's like when you tell guys that girls become more interested in them if they have a six-pack, right? Or if you eat healthier and you exercise during the day, you'll get better sleep. You'll be more focused during the day, right? You'll have double the energy to spend with your kids, right? Double the ability to focus on your work so you can produce 10 times better work, right? When you start showing people the other benefits of being healthy and in shape, it allows you to change the perceived value from just workout programs and meal plans to this life-changing, transformative journey, right? And it's by paying attention to what is called second-order consequences, okay? These things I just mentioned are, right, the effects of being healthy and in shape are second-order consequences that me and you know because we're healthy and we're in shape, right? We can see it, right? But most people only see the first-order consequence. And what do I mean by that? First-order consequence is I have a six-pack and I'm healthy, right? Second order consequence is what are the results of being in that position? Because you have a six-pack, girls find you more interesting, right? Because you're healthy, you have more energy during out the day, right? These second order consequences, we know about them because we live them in our daily lives. But someone that is going to be a potential client that isn't necessarily in the best shape or healthy doesn't think of second order. They're too focused on the first order, right? And second order is super, super important because if you pay attention to the way people shop, the way people buy things not for like the utility, right? They don't buy things for the workout program or like for its function. They buy things based off how it affects them in the social hierarchy, if that makes sense, right? Why do people spend $50K on a watch when they can check the time on their phone? Because it's a social signaling, right? It's a status thing, right? It moves them up in the social hierarchy, right? Why is it that a lot of broke people like to wear Gucci and all this fancy designer stuff when they can't afford it? Because social signaling, right, moves them up in the social hierarchy. So when you can start showing the perception of what you do from the second order consequences like we discussed, you can tap into that mentality of buyers, right? You can get people to start making these more impulsive, these more desire driven purchases, right? So that is the whole point behind controlling the perception of your offer, right? Increasing the perceived value of what you sell. Then you go from selling workout programs for $500, to selling these life-changing transformation for $1,500, right? All these big companies that I mentioned, they're selling you like to be someone, right? Who can you be, right? That's why broke people spend all this money to look like someone they're not, right? To pretend to be someone they're not, right? They're selling you this new identity, and that's exactly what you want to do. Because when you do help someone change their health and fitness, you do change their identity. They do become a new person, right? So you want to sell them that new identity, that new person, instead of trying to sell them a damn, macro counting, telling them to cut their calories. Come on, man. Sell them a dream, right? Tell them the dream that they want to achieve, right? So the perceived value comes from being able to showcase the extra benefits that really cause the change in people's life instead of focusing on the methods of how you do it. Now, once you've tailored in your niche and your offer, this is the best part, comes the acquisition channel. And honestly, acquisition is super easy. This is what we specialize in, right? And as long as you have tailored in your niche and you have tailored in your offer, acquisition just comes as simple as like plug and play, right? This is our expertise. And here's the thing that no one ever tells you about acquisition channels. They change with market conditions. But since everyone's always selling you like a course and this and that, they'll never tell you that, because then you'll realize whatever they're selling you might be outdated and you can't buy it for them, right? And they just want to make money fast. So no one ever tells you that acquisition channels change with market conditions. Something that worked last year may not work this year, right? But as long as you stay on top of things, you can see what's happening and things stay fairly easy. So let me give you a couple examples, right? Well, first let me tell you what the current acquisition channel that works best is, which is this content funnel, or this personal brand funnel that you see everybody promoting all over the internet, right? And I believe it was Brandon Forbes. He was the guy that actually was the first one to do it, right? He kind of like sparked the light behind it. And essentially, like I said, how this online game works is acquisition channels are constantly changing market conditions, right? And what it is a new channel comes and it becomes a trend, right? And this trend completely gets squeezed to what the market adapts and the market matures, and it is no longer working, right? Because the market is just a bunch of consumers, a bunch of people, me and you, right? And we like new flashy things, but eventually they become a regular. And when they become a regular, we mature, right? The market matures, we get smart, we become numb to this. It's not shiny anymore. And that's when things become repetitive and things have to change, right? So let's look back throughout time. There was a time when cold DMs used to work, right? You could just DM people 100 DMs a day and you can start signing clients, right? But now look, bro, how many DMs do you get in a day? Do you even check your own Instagram DMs? I know I don't. I don't check the DMs I get. I know someone is just trying to sell me something, right? It doesn't work. I don't check mine. I know damn well you don't check your DMs. So you can't send cold DMs no more. Like, why do you think it would work if you don't even check your own DMs, right? And then there was a time point when Facebook ads were killer, right? You just launch a Facebook ad. It could be a terrible ad, but it was just printing money. Dudes were just printing money, right? But now we're so receptive to seeing so many ads, right? Because it's been going on for so long that we don't buy off an ad. No one nowadays, when's the last time you looked on an ad, clicked it, and bought something? It doesn't happen anymore, right? We don't buy things off ads, right? And there was also a time when people would have lead forms or these landing pages where you get sent to this really fancy website and you look at the website and then you end up buying stuff, right? That doesn't happen anymore either. We don't fill out these forms and go to these fancy looking pages and buy stuff. I don't do it. The only website I buy from is Amazon. And if it's not Amazon, I ain't buying off your site. Simply, like, it just doesn't happen anymore. So I think that kind of explains what I mean by acquisition channels are constantly changing with market conditions. No one ever tells you that, because then they can't sell you their damn course, right? Because it doesn't work anymore. But it's the truth. So this is this Instagram ad funnel, right? This content funnel, this personal brand funnel that I was talking about. And essentially how it works is top of funnel is about generating attention. The middle of the funnel is about nurturing attention. And the bottom of the funnel is about converting attention, right? So let me break it down for you. Top of funnel, generating attention, right? And you start generating attention by running ads. But it's not normal ads, all right? Simmer down, buddy. All right, chill out, my G. It's not normal ads. Okay, you're not trying to sell someone off an ad. The idea of these type of ads are follow ads, where essentially you want to make the marketplace aware of a problem that they have, right? It's about awareness, top of funnel, right? So you see people selling these ads where they're like targeting, hey, coaches and consultants doing 10K a month, give me a follow on Instagram where I show you how to yada yada yada, right? We see these ads constantly, and they're called follow ads, right? It's all about creating awareness for a problem that there is in the market, so people try to look for a solution. Now, when you start creating awareness through your ad, what happens? You start to build a following on your social media platform, and it's a following of your target audience, right? When you have this follow ads and you're showing people of an issue that they have, they're gonna start paying attention to you and looking at your account. They're like, okay, yeah, I see this problem, right? You generated that awareness, but you started to own it too because they started following you. Now you start owning the attention that you're generating, right? So the online game is different now, right? People are smart and they don't buy immediately, right? They gotta be nurtured. They gotta trust you, right? And everyone tells you to high ticket, right? Buy high ticket, and high ticket is good. But what they never tell you is the higher the ticket, the more someone has to trust you before they can buy, right? So if you want, people make a $10 purchase immediately, but if you ask someone for 500, 1500, 3500, they're gonna have to trust you a whole lot more, my G, before they give you that money, right? No one's just gonna click on an ad and pay you that much money. Like, would you do it? I damn well wouldn't do it, right? So that's why top of funnel is focused on generating attention, right? Trying to get people into your ecosystem so they can learn to trust you, they can learn to like you, then they'll buy from you, right? And then the middle funnel is about nurturing the attention that you are bringing in. So nurturing attention is all about content creation, right? And everyone always tells you, oh, make organic content and organic marketing and you're gonna go viral. But bro, my G, this isn't the Make-A-Wish Foundation, right? You're not going to make a video and blow up. It doesn't work like that. Or if it did, we'd all be rich, right? And this is real life. You can't rely on getting lucky and going viral, right? And if you are relying on going viral and getting lucky, you're living a fever dream, bro. Like, to make money, you have to be tactical. You have to be scientific, right? Data driven. So yes, the middle of funnel is about content creation, but not this virality bullshit that people are telling you to do, right? The reason why top of funnel is an ad is because we can't rely on you going viral to get attention, but what we can rely is on spending money, right? Giving Facebook, Meta, which is $1 trillion company, giving them lots of money, right? Spending the money on their ads, on their platform, top of funnel, so they can push it to the right people and the right audience, right? We can't rely on luck to generate us attention, but we can spend money to get attention, right? We could put money where our mouth is and trust that Meta, right? Trust that Facebook will actually push the content to the right people and the right audience. And they're incentivized to do it. Majority of their yearly earnings come from people's ad spend. So they have to produce, right? They have to get you the results you want, or the company's not making money because you're not going to spend money with them. So you can, instead of relying on luck, you can rely on trust that this company will do its job and spend your money on ads to buy the attention that you need, right? Instead of relying on going viral, we can just buy the attention. Now, use the content that you create, this organic content, to nurture that attention and get people to like you, right? This is how you build trust with people so you can sell them your service, right? And when you're building trust, you want to showcase your personality, right? Show them your brains, be a little bubbly, all right? Be funny, show them that you know what you're talking about. Don't be a square, right? Be cool, be fresh, you know what I'm saying, G? And that's how you get people to like you. That's how you build that connection, that trust, and that personal brand. You can nurture the attention you're generating, right? One of the best lessons I've ever learned was give, and then take, right? And if you look at what I'm doing here, right, I'm breaking down something for you, right? I'm not trying to sell you on this. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to explain something. I'm giving, right? Essentially, I'm giving you what someone would sell in a course for free right here, because I want you to trust me, right? And I want you to focus on doing the same thing with your business, right? You want to make this content so people can trust you and they can like you, right? Then once you've done that, we can move to the bottom of funnel, which is about converting attention. And so when we talk about converting attention, right, it's about converting the attention that you generated and the attention that has been nurtured by your content, right? And when we convert them, it's not about converting into a sale, but to get them to book a call, and then you get the credit card on the call, right? So bottom funnel about converting the attention, but not into money in the bank, into a booked call on your calendar, right? So how do we do it? Well, you could run retargeting ads, right? Which are essentially ads that are structured so that anybody that follows you or has interacted with your content, all those people get targeted, right? And the ad targets the right people that have been previously nurtured by your content, right? And it doesn't send them to this like link where they have to pay, right? But instead you give them a CTA. You always see these content creators online always like giving you a CTA or a call to action to, hey, DM me client, DM me 10K, DM me fit, blah blah blah, right? And the idea is they want to initiate a messaging conversation with you, right? Because look at it like this. You have taken all these steps towards them, so you want them to take one step towards you to show you that they're interested, right? So that's why these retargeting ads tell you to send them a message, right? They have this call to action, right? And people will send you a CTA. They'll send you client or 10K or fit, right? Or they'll just message you and they'll be like, hey bro, I really like the stuff you're putting out, like I enjoy your content, I'm interested in what you have to offer for me, right? Now if you're not running a retargeting ads, I should actually put this in the doc when I built it, but I didn't. I remembered, right? But when you're not running retargeting ads, what we do is, on my company, this is exactly what we do. We don't run retargeting ads just because we don't want to put so much money on ad spend, right? What we do is instead we'll build a team of appointment setters, a team of growth specialists, and what they do is during the bottom of funnel for converting the attention, they essentially do the job of a retargeting ad. So instead of waiting for the ad to get people to message you, anyone that has liked your content, that has interacted with an ad, anyone that follows you within your niche, our team of VAs, right, our team of appointment setters will reach out and message them for you and initiate the conversations. And we have a whole DM workflow of how to go about it. They're all trained, right? These are all growth specialists, right? So the whole point of on funnel is either use ads or use a team of appointment setters to convert the attention and initiate conversations, right? So you can have a DM workflow, right? So you can start trying to get these people to book a call with you. Now, once you have the teams and the systems in place, then you can get straight into your DM framework, right? Your DM workflow. How do I explain this, man? I'm trying to explain it where I don't say it in such a complicated way so you can like understand what I want to say, right? But essentially the DM framework is to get them on a call, right? And then you have a sales framework where you try to sell them, right? And the sales process is a process where you actually want to take someone from that CTA to money in the bank account, right? So let me elaborate a little bit more so you're not a little confused. Now look, let's go over the DM framework first, right? The whole point about the DM is, again, you're not trying to get someone to pay you immediately, right? Okay, just relax, buddy. Okay, the money will come, just relax. People gotta trust you first. We've been over this, right? They gotta trust you first before they give you their money, right? So the whole point of the DMs is to identify this person, right? Are they even qualified for your services? Can you even help this person, right? It goes back to the beginning when we picked your niche and your client avatar, right? Is this that dream client that you selected, right? Are they the ideal client avatar within your niche, right? You want to use the DMs to understand their pain point. What are they struggling with? What is their goals? Is this the type of person you're hoping to attract with your content, right? Is this the client avatar for the niche above that you selected, right? Is this the dream client that you actually wanted to help? And can you help this person? That's what it's about, right? Once you've qualified them, you don't want to try to sell them into your service. And really the whole DM framework is seeing if you can help this person. Don't be one of those people like, hey, I can help you, alright? Don't be a dickhead, right? Be a good human. Have an actual conversation. Have a little morale behind you, and make sure you can actually help this person. Now, once you've qualified them, you want to sell them onto a call, right? A Zoom call. Talk for 30 minutes face to face, build some rapport, show them that you're not a scam, right? I know it's a lot of work. Did you think this was going to be easy? No. right? Get a thing, right? So get with it, G. Get them onto a call, a sales call. Now, by the time someone is on a call with you, they should trust you at this point, right? They should know you're going to sell them on something. They should be excited. If you've done everything I told you right, the sales call should be a piece of cake, right? Matter of just hopping on and accepting a credit card. Think about your favorite influencer or content creator. You know so much about that person, right? But to the point you feel like they're your friend, right? In real life, you know them so well. But the reality is, if you met them in person, it would be such a one-sided relationship, right? You would know everything about them, but they would be like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? That's how things would play out. And that's how you want it to play out. But into your hands, right? Into your favor, right? You want them to know you so well that when you hop on the sales call, it doesn't feel like you're trying to sell them, right? I don't want you to feel like a snake oil salesman. I don't want you to try these Jordan Belfort, Grant Cardone sales techniques trying to finesse people out of their money, okay? I want these people to actually be there because they really want your help. And if you've done everything correctly, they should be there just to receive your help, right? You should achieve this. Now, I'm going to run you through a sales framework real simple, which is first you want to break the ice, right? Then you want to set the frame, stay in control of the call, right? Open up that prospect, right? Get them talking, and now find out where they currently are in their journey and what are their pain points, right? Find out where they want to go and what's their vision. And then after that, once you have collected this data from them, you want to transition into your pitch, right? State your pitch, your pillars, what do you do, right? Do a pulse check, make sure they're understanding what's going on, they're understanding what you have to offer them, right? And then state your price, right, which is within your offer and your incentives, right? And then if you run into some objections, I gotta talk to my wife, whatever bullshit they pull out their ass, right? You want to do some objection handling, okay? Find out what the true objection is, because it's never what the first thing they say. Dig a little bit deeper, handle that objection, and then close the deal. Of course, there's more to a sales framework, but that is entirely a separate video. If you want me to make a video on the entire sales framework, let me know, comment below, and I'll make it. I just wanted to give you a gist of what it should look like so you're not moving blindly. Now, once you close the deal, it's time for service delivery. Guys, service delivery is the easiest part, okay? I'm not even going to get too deep into it. Alright, just know, I don't know why trainers think they need this fancy website or an app and all this and that. Bro, I told you, the only website I buy stuff off is Amazon. Everything else, no. So you don't need no fancy website, right? Instagram is good enough, G. When I buy courses or programs or mentorships, it's usually from someone that I've been watching for a while, right? And I'll simply just send them a DM bro, send me the Stripe link, or where do I book a call, right? You don't need a website. It's 2023, G, bro. Get with the times, right? So drop all that fancy stuff, but actually there is some apps that will actually help you. I take a little bit of that back. There are some apps that will make your life easier. It's called Trainerizer. It's a really famous app, Trainerizer, that will actually help you with your workout programs and so forth. But outside of that, bro, you don't need to get all fancy, bro, right? Don't add complications. Use Slack for communication with your clients, right? Everything else run into Google Suite, okay? You can have a Google Drive and Google Docs and Google Excel, right? Build a workout program on Google Doc. Use Google Sheets to track their progress and their habits. Just don't get fancy with it. Simple, G. Don't complicate things. That's it. That's my entire analysis on how to scale your coaching business, training business to 10K per month. Hope you found this very beneficial. I hope I was able to really relate to you my thoughts and explain things in a way that you understand. My name is Malik Million. If you want to work with me and my team, shoot me a DM on Instagram at Malik Million. We'll build your entire client acquisition system for you. This Instagram funnel system that I talked about, we'll build it for you. We'll run it for you. So all you have to do is focus on this part, hopping on calls and signing deals, baby. And if you do book a call with us, remember to bring your credit card.